finally got the couch and we got the TV stand, because the couch is going to go here. I'm sitting on a beanbag at the moment. This is my setup. TV is on the floor, but hey, we've got stuff. So I'm going to film this video and then I'm going to set this up. I hope this camera's straight. I'm trying to use this little tripod thing I have. It's one of those tripods where like you bend the legs and it's, you know, like there's like 3 legs and it like bends, like, you know, you can bend it anyway. Anyway, hey, your boy got a haircut, so that's the main thing. Got a haircut today. Looking fly, looking spiff. It's gonna be sick, you know, good haircut. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna set this up later on. But today I just want to do a video off the top of my head, and just something that's come to mind, and it's sort of between, you know, Amazon FBA and Shopify. If you guys seen, I've done some recent stuff. My last video was about Shopify, and this is about if you're an Aussie getting started, you know, with your first online business, whether you want to do Amazon FBA or whether you want to do Shopify. So I'm going to talk about little differences in between. I'm not going to jump on my computer or anything like that today. I'm just going to go off the top of this dome here, and I'm going to tell you guys sort of the ups and downs of you know, selling on Amazon or selling on Shopify, and you know what I'd recommend. Because when it comes down to it, if you're starting one or the other, it really comes down to what your goals are, what your budget is, what you want to get out of your online business. Because when you think about it, a lot of people forget this. When you're going into doing an online business, whether it's Shopify or Amazon, you're the business owner. You have to take the initiative. You have to really put your time and effort into it, because you're actually trying to grow a legitimate business, even though, you know, a lot of people discard it because it's an online business and not like a brick and mortar store, or, you know, not like a consulting business or anything like that. It's a full online business. It's a real business. It's more real than, you know, well, it's real as any other business out there. So you really need to take the initiative. So think about that when it comes to things like budget, when it comes to things like, you know, what your goals are and cash flow and things like that. There's 2 main things when it comes to actually there's one main thing when it comes to Amazon and Shopify, and that's sort of your first initial investment. Now, with Amazon FBA, the good thing about it is that you can create your own product basically, and you can do like private label stuff with Shopify, and you can eventually, you know, do that with dropshipping, where you can actually sort of create your own product and have your own brand name on it and your own label and whatnot, you know, your own logo and whatnot, and then you can sell that. But when you're first getting started, for beginners, it's a lot easier to do that, in my opinion, when you're doing Amazon FBA, because you don't need to create a website with Amazon FBA. You don't have to sort of you know, do any kind of special coding, or you don't have to get things set up like a checkout page or anything like that. Amazon have the platform there for you, and you have more access. You know, when you're going through Alibaba, you have more access to talk to suppliers. Let's just say you want to do a small order first, you want to do 100 units. You know, the only downside to that is you're going to have to put out more of an investment up front, you know, for things like product research software, for your Amazon seller fees. You know, just say, you know, even though it's like 40, maybe $50 a month, you need that professional seller account to sell on there, and then to buy those 100 units up front, and then the shipping to have them shipped over to Amazon warehouse. But that gives you the ability to then create your own, you know, your first product with your own logo, your own brand. You can have your own special packaging and have it all sent over to Amazon, and that's it. It's at Amazon. You do your listing, you create your photos, you do a nice title, nice photos, everything like that, and then you're ready to sell. And when you sell, that's it. You don't have to worry about it. It's just that initial investment that will cost a bit more. So when it comes to Amazon FBA, on the cheaper side, I'd say anywhere from around 800 to 1,000 AUD for your first investment. You know, to be safe, anywhere from around 1,000 to 1,500 to, you know, put away so you can put the rest of that towards advertisement, or getting photos done, or getting your logo done, or you know, extra product research software, anything like that. So that's the main thing when it comes to Amazon FBA. That's sort of more so the upside. You don't have to create a website, you don't have to do anything like that. The downside is you just need a bit more of an investment. And when it comes to Shopify, and this is both for Australia, by the way, this is Amazon FBA for Australia, this is Shopify for Australia as well. So when it comes to Shopify as well, you don't need as much of an upfront investment for it, and you can basically, you know, you can basically launch, you know, a Shopify website. You can do up the website, you can have your product ready to go to sell, and you can have your Facebook page up and running with ads. And you can start off with, say, like I don't know, $100 to $200. You know, this is just for the Facebook ads, because with dropshipping, the main thing is you don't have to buy any products until someone orders from you. Now, the tough thing that I've gotten started with, you know, that I've learned when getting started with Shopify, is that you really need to learn Facebook ads. You need to learn the targeting. You need to learn what kind of website is going to work. You need to learn what kind of products will work. You need to learn, you know, how to target the right people. That's the tough thing. Now, personally, when I got started, I had purchased a course. I purchased Scott Hilsey's course. Now, that really did help. If you guys want the link for that, let me know in the comments and I can link you his course as well. That really helped me personally and helped me get started. But in saying that, when I got started, I still ended up spending like $1,000, maybe $1,500 on ads, because I was like bang, 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 testing products, trying to get sales, spending too much. And then slowly I learned, and you'll see that now with the last video that I did. Ended up getting, was like 1,300 sales in a week. Profit out of that was maybe about $200. And I've just now launched this new store, which I think was about 2 days ago. Out of that, I think so far I've got like $120 in sales. Profit of that, I think so far is, you know, and the ads are still optimizing. I think so far profit's like $25 maybe. And I'm happy with that. I'm not trying to make big loads of profit up front. I'm trying to learn how to scale this and how to get the right method so I can teach you guys how to do it. Anyway, apart from that, the upside to Shopify is that you don't need as much of an upfront investment, let's just say $100 to $200, but the downside of that is it is a little bit harder, I'd say a little bit harder to do product research for it, because dropshipping products are a little bit different to, you know, I'd say you necessarily can't really sell the same product on Amazon as you can on Shopify. I could be wrong, but product research is usually a little bit different. It doesn't cost as much to start up, but yeah, the downside is it's a little bit different to do product research. It's not necessarily harder. I just go through Facebook and like all of the, if you see a dropshipping product, you know it's a product that's sold online, just like the post, and then through your feed, you'll see more and more dropshipping products come through, because you're basically telling Facebook, hey, I like this kind of advertisement, show me more. So every time you see a post like that, just like it. So apart from that, the only other thing is you have to set up basically the whole website yourself. Now, you can get website templates from Shopify. That also means you need to set up the product page, you need to set up the home page, you need to set up the checkout page, you need to make sure everything looks neat, looks cool, and then after that you have to set up your Facebook ad yourself. That means you have to source the video, that means you have to source the photo, that means you have to do the ad copy for it. Unless you hire someone else to do that, you need to learn that. That's the difference between Amazon and Shopify. With Amazon, you don't necessarily, unless you wanted to do extra advertisement through Facebook, unless you want to do something like that, you can basically advertise on your own Amazon, you know, platform that they provide you. You just do Amazon PPC, it's called. When it comes to Shopify, you need to learn stuff like Facebook ads, or if you do Instagram influencer ads, or you do Google AdWords, you need to learn how to you know, do that process and how to target the right people. So when it comes down to it, you know, should you do Amazon FBA or should you do Shopify? So far, I only teach Amazon because I've been doing Amazon for a lot longer. I'm still in the learning processes of Shopify. I'm trying to get a method for Aussies that will work. You know, that's basically my goal at the moment, is try and get a method so you can sell just to Aussies that will work for Shopify. But for now, I've still got, you know, my Amazon course, and people are still doing well with the Amazon course. In saying that, I'm not trying to be biased at all. I'm not trying to say go for Amazon just because I have a course on it. You need to know what's right for you. So if you have an upfront investment and you would much rather get your own product with your own label when first getting started, create your own sort of product, you know, like brand line or your own product line kind of thing, go for Amazon FBA. You will have more of an upfront investment, but you don't have to create a website, you don't have to do any of that. And you know, if you're looking for a long-term sort of thing, and you know that's because with Amazon, especially Amazon Australia, it will take time. It's not going to happen in a few weeks. It might not even happen in a few months, depending on how hard you work. You know, it will work in time. If you've got the right product there, it will work, but it's going to take time and more of an upfront investment. When it comes to Shopify, if you're more okay with spending little amounts, but you're more okay with taking the time to learn stuff like Facebook ads, to learn how to create your product page and how to create your website through Shopify, and you know, link a Facebook pixel, like your advertisement pixel, up to, you know, through Shopify. If you're more okay with the technical side of things, because you know, you don't want to spend that upfront investment, you only want to spend a couple of $100s. It's usually what pushes people towards Shopify more, because you don't have to buy a product, you know, until someone buys it. So basically, the dropshipping method is someone will buy your product, and then you buy it from the supplier and get your supplier to ship it straight to them. So that's why there's no upfront investment. But yeah, saying that, you still got to learn Facebook ads. So they're the main differences between the two. If you do have any more questions about one or the other, like I said, I'm newer to the process, even though I've been testing Shopify for the last year. I'm still newer to the process. I still know more about Amazon FBA, and I'll only talk through experience when it comes to Shopify. And same with Amazon FBA, but I can only talk through experience when it comes to Shopify, especially now because I'm in the testing phases. I'm trying to run different stores and that, and just trying to scale them. If you didn't actually hear, if you haven't heard about that, the store that did 1,300 in sales in 7 days, go and check out my last video. You might learn a little bit more about dropshipping here in Australia. But yeah, apart from that, guys, they're the main differences. And like I was saying, if you have any questions about them, let me know, comment below, or even give me a message. All my socials are linked down below. I'm more than happy to answer. I can only, like I said, I can only answer from experience, but I'll give you guys as much help as I can. But hope this video gave you some insight to what might be better for you, whether it comes to Amazon FBA or Shopify. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm more than happy to help. Apart from that, guys, it's so hot here. I need to get in front of the fan. I'm like sweating while I'm sitting here. But apart from that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next one.